What if the life you're living doesn't actually feel like your own? What if the goals, pressures, and definitions of success that shape your choices were built by a system that never really had your best interests in mind? Today, we are exploring how modern industrial structures shape behavior and what it really takes to step outside their influence. The industrial era runs on a simple, appealing promise. Follow the rules and you'll get the reward. Study hard, earn the degree, work the hours, climb the ladder, and happiness, success, and security will follow. But that promise comes with hidden costs. It teaches us to prioritize obedience over imagination. It turns compliance into a sign of wisdom. And when the system fails to deliver what it promised, most of us don't question the system, we blame ourselves. This conditioning goes deep. In modern work, production is often so complex that people rarely see the impact of their own effort. We follow procedures, perform assigned tasks, but we're detached from the outcome. This disconnect is what philosophers call alienation, the loss of connection between our work and ourselves. That disconnection doesn't just affect how we work, it shapes how we think about happiness. We're taught that fulfillment is external, something to earn, purchase, or achieve. So we keep chasing visible rewards while ignoring the quiet satisfaction of simply creating, learning, or connecting. Over time, this system also makes us dependent on reassurance. Because certainty is prized above all else, we grow afraid of uncertainty itself. We fixate on outcomes and avoid risks. But this fear, wanting to know a result before taking action, kills creativity before it ever begins. So how do you begin to step outside the system's influence? The first step is awareness. Realizing that the voice in your head urging safety and approval is not necessarily your own. It's the system talking. And the familiar logic of play it safe can feel comforting, even if it limits us. Developing self-observation helps. Watching your thoughts and habits without judging them allows you to notice inherited patterns, rules you may have never consciously chosen. That simple act of noticing weakens their grip. The second step is building what Seth Godin calls the practice. Instead of seeking guarantees, commit to steady, purposeful action. Work for its own sake, even when outcomes are unclear. Ship your work, learn from uncertainty, and trust the process that only unfolds through repetition and persistence. Philosopher Charles Pepin adds a practical layer to this idea. He suggests that working with our hands, building, repairing, or crafting can rebuild confidence lost in overly abstract workplaces. By engaging directly with materials, we reconnect with our identity as Homo faber, humans as makers, not just consumers. Anthropologist Anat Singh takes a wider view. She invites us to cultivate what she calls the arts of noticing, paying attention to forgotten corners of experience, to collaboration and life emerging in the ruins of broken systems. The edges, not the centers, are often where real creativity and meaning appear. And perhaps the most radical part of breaking free is unlearning. Letting go of rigid labels like success and failure, questioning inherited norms, acting without waiting for permission or credentials, trusting curiosity as much as achievement. The system teaches us that uncertainty is dangerous, but maybe uncertainty is exactly what makes life vivid, the salt that gives each moment its flavor. Liberation doesn't come from rejecting all structure. It comes from shifting how we relate to it, from automatic obedience to conscious choice, from seeking validation to practicing trust in our own judgment, from following the recipe to discovering what we want to create ourselves. You weren't built for mere compliance. You were built to make, to notice, and to question. So ask yourself, if there was no guaranteed reward, no title, no approval, what would you choose to create? Let me know what you think in the comments below.